Have you ever woken up, stared at the ceiling, and realized you're just kind of existing? Like you're not actually living? That was Arthur. For 32 years, the guy worked as an accountant. And look, he didn't hate his job. But he definitely didn't love it either. He just did it because that's what responsible adults are supposed to do. Every day was the same. The same grey suit, the same commute, the same sad desk lunch while staring at spreadsheets. Somewhere along the way, Arthur convinced himself that growing up meant giving up on passion, that life was just about paying the bills and doing what was expected. And for a long time, he accepted that. But then one afternoon, everything changed. The company announced they were downsizing, and at 55 years old, Arthur was let go. Just like that. No warning, no plan, just a cardboard box with his things and a quiet walk out the door. Society has a strange way of making people feel like starting over after 50 means you've already failed. And Arthur believed that too. For weeks, he sat alone in his apartment, feeling completely useless, like the world had simply moved on without him. Then one night, around 2 in the morning, his anxiety refused to let him sleep. He wandered into the kitchen, opened a dusty cabinet, and found something he hadn't seen in years. His grandfather's old wooden recipe box. Arthur didn't even know why he opened it. Maybe he just needed something to do with his restless hands. So he started baking. At first, it was just something to pass the time. Measuring flour, mixing dough, waiting quietly while the oven warmed the apartment. But something strange happened. For the first time in decades, Arthur wasn't staring at numbers on a screen. He was creating something real. And when he finally pulled that first golden loaf of bread from the oven, the smell filled the entire apartment, warm, comforting, alive. Arthur stood there in the quiet kitchen, and for the first time in years, his shoulders relaxed. He kept baking after that, night after night. Soon he had so much bread that he started giving it away. A loaf for the exhausted nurse next door, croissants for the stressed college student down the hall. And slowly, something unexpected happened. People started knocking on his door, not just to say thank you, but to ask if they could buy more. Because they didn't just taste the bread, they felt the joy Arthur was putting into it. So instead of searching for another grey office job, Arthur made a bold choice. He took the severance pay he had left and opened a tiny corner bakery. Today, he wakes up before sunrise. He works harder than he ever did before. He's exhausted. His clothes are covered in flour. But something is different. Arthur isn't just existing anymore. He's finally living. And maybe someone watching this needed to hear that today. Your purpose doesn't have a deadline. Sometimes life has to fall apart first, so you can build the one you were actually meant for. And if this story inspired you, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who might be feeling stuck, and subscribe for more stories like this. You never know which story might change someone's life.